Welcome to Week 9 One Door Studios Update. As of today, we've had 376 investors join our team who have brought in over $242,000 and climbing. You guys are amazing. Today we're hearing from our investors and what they say about why they came on board. And join John, Jay, and Steve as we talk strategy. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another episode of One Door Studios Update. So today's video is really geared towards those who have been following what we've been doing, but have kind of been on the fence about coming on board. You know, we already have 374 investors as of the making of this video, 374 investors in 9 weeks. And the average amount we discovered of each investor is about $600. That kind of blew our mind that each one was willing to come on that much, being that the minimum is 100. So we've been hearing from a lot of investors on why they got on board, and some of them really get it. And Jason, you've been kind of monitoring the comments, and so I think you've picked a few of these comments out that you want to share with us. So Jason, let us know what they've been saying.
Yeah, thanks. I'd love to, Stephen. You know, before I do, I just want to mention that we are not afraid of any question. Any question you guys can send our way, we invite. And I just want to say it because we understand what it's like to be in your place, and we just want to be as transparent as possible. We really are confident in what we're doing. So Christopher, he says, I'm a writer, real estate investor, and activist. The movie is so obviously going to be epic. And the fact that you're donating 25% of the profits to combat human trafficking means so much to me. Can't wait to see it. Love that comment. Isaiah says, I've been watching this opportunity for a while, as well as reading every question and researching the people involved. This project has potential, and it really stands out to me. I've seen it go from 5K to 100K in less than a month, so I'm obviously not the only one who sees how much potential this franchise has. And finally, this last one is a 5-figure investor. He says, gentlemen, thanks for talking through the opportunity with me. This seems like a strong, creative investment approach, a great cause, and a quality product.
Cool. That's some good testimonies. And we have a ton of those comments from investors. So, you know, this opportunity is actually kind of rare. And, you know, investing in a major motion picture is not an everyday event on WeFunder. And you might be saying, wait, I don't get it. There's a lot of film projects on WeFunder and other crowdfunding sites. What do you mean investing in our film franchise is a rare opportunity? So, John, I'd like you to take a stab at that question first.
Sure. To qualify as a studio release project, your production budget is going to be high, and in fact, we've never seen another investment opportunity to invest in development, and that's what this is, and that's all about leveraging the investment and giving investors an opportunity to receive a big share of a big motion picture compared to a relatively small investment. So this may be the only investment so far in history that's been a studio picture that's being offered up for development investment. $2 million, the picture having about a $60 million budget, and giving investors an opportunity to invest in that. So $60 million is way too much. 40 million, even 20 million would be a lot for crowd investment. It would take several different investments in order to mount up to that.
All right, so John, you said development. I know, you know, you and I and Jason, and we understand this deeply because we talk about it all day long, the development process. I don't really think most investors have any idea the difference between development and production costs. So in really like the most basic terms, the funding of the development is like kind of like the key that unlocks all of the production funding, which comes from the banks. Which is the larger amount of money. So if the development is 2 million and the production of the film is 45 million, our investors aren't investing the 45, they're investing the development, which unlocks the keys to get the 45 from the bank. Did I say that right, or did I totally blow that?
No, that was good. The important connection then between those two is that the bank financing is done by the bank, as you said, And the development funding is typically provided by the production company themselves. And they've had, they have a cash flow that represents having done pictures before, and they allocate certain funds that are going to provide the money that's needed for development, which is usually about $2 million. The initial development, though, is all pretty much all scripting. So we have about $500,000 set aside for that. So the production company that is existing, that's rolling, unlike us who are just starting, it has money set aside, plenty of money set aside for that. But for us, in this one time, we have a situation where we need our startup money. We need the development funds in order to go the distance, and that's what makes this such a rare opportunity. We've never seen one of these on any crowdfunding platform before, and we're very excited to offer this to our investors. But it may not be here again. We have a slate of 6 pictures. We may have our next picture or even the picture after that will still need it because our first one will not have been produced yet. But this is a limited offer. This will not begin. And companies that are producing for studios, they'll never go on a crowdfunding platform because, frankly, the cost of money is too high. They'll always get it out of their own cash flow.
So it all comes down to our business plan and how our business plan is unique. Most other production companies that I've ever seen or heard of, they have a ready, fire, aim mentality, which is let's get the funding, let's make the movie that I want to make, and then when we're all done, if they ever get through that process, which many times fails, if they ever get through that process, then they see, well, now that we've done the movie, now let's see who wants it. So you're firing the bullet before you even know which direction it will go to hit the public eye. And we just want our investors to know that is not our philosophy. It's not our business plan. We're very, very strategic in how we do development so that before the film is ever produced, we know exactly where it's going to be shown, who's going to want it, because those contracts are already in place. All right, John?
That's perfect or near perfect. You're right. The industry is just choked with motion pictures with no distribution, and they have to be screened. And there are screening rooms on every studio has screening rooms, and yet they're looking at their own projects or projects that they've approved or licensed, projects like ours. So these outside projects surface, and it's such a problem. Literally over 10,000 a year just in the United States.
10,000 films per year is what you're saying, right?
That's right. Wow. Finished projects with no distribution. That there are private screening rooms that are set up in order to accommodate the screening of these, and many of them just get given to vendors, outside vendors that will screen them in behalf of the studio or distributor, and then come back and give them a report. But all of those things, it's crucial to be successful to get the distributor's response before the picture's made. If there's going to be a problem, better to find it out beforehand, not afterwards. Just right. Like you said, what did you say?
Ready, fire, aim.
Ready, fire, aim. Yeah. Now you want to aim first and get in our sights. Who's going to be distributing this, at least in the major territories, and then once those are secured, then the bank production financing is available, and the production can be made.
John, one of the things I appreciated that I first read in your book was that even the people who have, yes, John wrote the standard professional reference.
For Producer's Business Handbook. Did I ever get the name right?
Yeah. But you pointed out that even people who have the money, right, in the bank, in their own bank account, I should say, they still will go through the process because it adds a level of accountability and discipline to work through the bank with a bonding company like Film Finances for the accountability of the whole process.
Yeah, the studios do such a high volume of projects each year, and they're always engaged with the marketplace. with the audience. And producers maybe have a picture or two complete a year. So they're not near as connected. To have that connectivity, have that direct audience response early is just crucial to the whole process, for sure.
So bottom line for today, since I know we don't want to talk too long to our potential investors, we might just check out before we're done. But the bottom line for today is that the strategy that we take is actually, I don't think we've ever seen it before on any crowdfunding platform, right? Jason, John,
no other person coming. I have not. I've looked far and wide, and the
Jay would know.
Is yeah.
And so in bottom line, and that strategy that we've always seen has been fund the movie, produce the movie, and then let's see who wants it. And our strategy is fund development, get the distribution set, the contract set, then get the production funds to make the film after the fact.
That's right.
So that we know where it's going, so we can.
Because we use banks, that allows this little cache of profit participation that development investors can receive. If you look at $60 million budget on the one hand and a $2 million budget for development on the other hand, you can't give half to the production budget,
right,
and then give much to the development budget of $2 million, because the differentiation is the differential between the two is just too great. But when we get the money from the bank, we pay them interest and fees. They don't get any equity. So that allows us to give really an inordinate high profit participation to our development investors, which is thrilling to us. We like that. And knowing we won't be doing this very many times, maybe twice or three times on our first 2 or 3 projects, it allows us, and we decided to give more to our development investors than normally would, even to Nkosi on the first one. Right. We just want to make sure everybody's happy, and we've been thrilled at your response. It's been great. We've been ahead of our projections as far as investments coming in. So join us, become part of it, guys, while it's still here.
Yeah. So we always want to let our investors know what we're talking about next week, because we're actually got a busy week next week. We're doing a webinar. And we're doing our update video. So we have a busy week, John. So what are we talking about for our next video? I know we had.
Yeah, I think next week, since we're in the process, we'll talk about screenwriting and the screenwriters we're after, and a little bit about the process. I think that'll be real interesting to everyone. And it's a great place that we're in at the moment. So fascinating, so interesting.
Yeah, so if you guys want to continue to follow what we're doing aside from what's on WeFunder, you can go to our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/One Door Studios, where we do post updates there. Become a follower there, so that even when this WeFunder is finished, you guys could be part of our family there. So thanks for joining us this week, and John, Jason, and I will see you later.
Salute you. Thanks.